Okay, I'm going to show you how to make artboards on into one area. So remember when you first start out, open up a new page, take off the white because you don't want to have anything back there. And then what you're going to do is we go up here to window and artboards. Okay. So right here is the artboards. Now, if you go right here and it says new artboard. So you just have to click it once and see how I got one. And then however many times, it's gonna probably be 6, 10, 11 or 12 pages. So then you'll be doing one, like this. Okay, now you can't really see it because they're all the big size. If you want to, come down here in the corner here so you can see all of them. And after you put them on, so here's this. So this is what it's going to look like. And then you can also name your artboard if you want to here. So the first one would be the mood board. So I wonder if it's going to let me. Oops. You can do it here, mood board. Okay. And then each of them will have its own name and everything. So if I go back and down here, you can see that the first one is the mood board. So all you're doing is before you make it smaller to look at all of them, you're going to go up, and you're going to take each board, copy and paste onto a board, copy, paste on the board, copy, paste. Then you'll have this whole entire artboard so that in the end, you're able to look at all of it at one time and see how it flows and how it looks together, because that's what they're going to be looking at when they're looking at your portfolio. Does it all go together? Does it make sense? Does everything, go together and everything? So then once you have all your boards and you, put them in here, then you can just save one file now, save file, and then save as, and you can put like portfolio. And change it. Don't do it Illustrator because it's too big. Change it to PDF and then save. And then you have it. You may have to zip it when you say PDF, when you send it to me. If it's too big, what you'll do is, because it's just one file now, then you can left click and you can, it's not going to show me now, but you can left click and then pick a zip file and then take the zip file and put it into the Dropbox. Okay, in case there's an issue with that. But when you have it all like this, you're going to be able to see all your artwork, see how it all goes together and flows and looks really good and everything. Because sometimes they may ask you to have an online portfolio, or for them to look at. So if you do, then you'll have it all set up really nice so that they can see everything in one spot and they don't have to go page by page by page. But if you do see them in person, you do definitely want to print out all your pages and just have them all set up nice in a portfolio. Remember, this is only for fashion design. As a tech designer, you never send anything through the internet. Okay. So let me just stop this. Any questions or anything on that? Okay.
Professor, is there any way we can bring up our other work into those slides?
Yeah, same way, same exact thing. So what you're doing, let's say like you did all the sketches and things that you did for me to begin with. You can do the same thing. You can do create that one and have it all go in there. Like you could maybe have one that has prints, that has all prints, and you could name that print one. And then the same thing, just add the artboards, you know, in there, as many as you need. And then they'll be saved as one file. And then the other ones you could say, you know, like a business card, logo, button, you know, it could be miscellaneous artwork, or you could say artwork, you know, and that one. And then you could show your artwork and stuff like that and do the same thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's just good. And it also kind of shows them like, you know, together everything. Because they can also make it bigger where they're just looking one page, you know, but then if you have it all together, you know, they can also see it, you know, make it smaller to say, oh, it does all go together, and they know what they're doing and stuff like that. Okay. All right, so let me go into back here. So that's how I want you to set up your artboards, okay, for the final. It's gonna be all everything for your final be in one file with a whole bunch of artboards together. How to change a symbol, we did that before. And here's the information if you need to. If you forget, you have it. Those are the symbols that we were using for different things. Okay, we don't have to go with that. I have a how to create layers video. I mean, you create layers as is where you're going, but we'll watch this one together. Okay. And it's saying just what I always say. Can you see this?
Yeah, I
Yes,
see
but
it.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, the volume's not that high.
Huh?
We
The
can't hear
volume's
it.
not. Oh,
Um,
let me see.
all right, so this is useless if you can't really hear it. So you guys can do it yourself, okay?
Alright.
So I'll let you guys look at, there's a couple videos here. Just, you know, take a look at the layers video, and because you'll be able to hear it, you know, when you play it from your place, because I was able to hear it. Now live trace, these are, if, you know, you guys all have the newest version. So let me show you just live trace how we do this. Okay, so I want you, and also there's a video that I want you to watch. Okay, so watch that too, this one. And but I'm going to show you myself. And right now I'm going to, there's a live trace butterfly that I downloaded, which I want all of you to color in. And then I also want you to color, you'll have a drop box for the butterfly, and you have a drop box for the trace garment. So I'm going to want you to use your one of your garments that you you know, that you're making. I just need a quick sketch of like, let's say, but I need it by hand. Okay, this is an important thing. So I needed one of your garments that you're doing, a simple one. You know, you can just go over it with pin that you were showing me. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be great or anything like that. Just, you know, but the key thing is when you draw, that you make sure that same with like using Adobe Illustrator, everything is hooked together. Okay, there's no gaps, so you don't stop the pin, then start again, and there's a little gap. You can't. It has to be all completely in one piece. Just think about it when you're doing Illustrator, same thing. You don't want any gaps or anything. Okay, so let me show you. Let me this is the butterfly once it's live traced. Here, we'll go on this. Well, I'll show you in a minute because I have to change the thing. And let me go back here and get the actual one that isn't. Okay. And you'll just download this one onto your desktop, okay? Just click right here. Okay, and on. I don't know what happened. Let me see. I guess right click and why is it not letting me download? Let me see. Well, if it doesn't have a download thing like this one didn't, save image as and just save it onto your desktop, okay? All right. So let me stop sharing this and I'll share Illustrator. Okay, this is a butterfly colored in. So let me bring in the other one. So I keep having to sorry, stop and start video and stuff. Let me see if this will start it here. Okay, now we're going to do live trace on the butterfly. So I'm showing you the live trace as it's done already. And let's pull in the one that doesn't have color in to show you. So file open, butterfly. Okay. So you could do this to, most things in from online or wherever. I just got this online. If you want to grab something and recolor it for something, you can do that. So what we're going to do here is keep it highlighted. And I'm going to go up here to Object, Image Trace, Make. Okay, see how it changed? So now if I go to the bucket, which of course, where's my bucket? Live paint bucket. It's this one. So it's under this like two circles. Okay. It's under the shape builder tool. Go to live paint bucket. Okay. Now what you want to do is then just grab a color you can get from swatches or just from here. And now, wait, it's not working. Just a second. Live paint. Let's see. Need the live paint make. A second. Do gap options to see if there's any gaps. In case when you draw around your actual garment that you're going to do, if you might have a little gap or something, you can go there to, and I just put like large gaps so that it'll take care of everything. And just say reset. Okay. Oh wait, not reset. Sorry. Large gaps, set defaults. Okay, and then let's see, object. A second, let me see if this, I release this object. Oh, I know, object, I have to expand it too, sorry. So live paint, image, release it. Again, go up here to object, image trace, make and expand, sorry. See, now with expand, it turns into different things. So make sure you do object like image trace and expand, okay? Then go to object, live paint, make, okay? Now you can pick all the colors. See how this highlighted? This turned it into different colors. So I can go here and go here. Whoops. Didn't hit, make sure you hit the right spot. Maybe I'll do this one. Oops, picked all of them. See, and then just pick like another color. Same thing. Just, now you can color everything in with the different colors here. Okay, so let me see this one. So you see how it is, and then once it's done, you know, you just have to click off of it and it's done. So this is the one that was finished with all the different colors, and this is the one. So what I'll do is, let me just start over because I know it's going here and there and all that. So let me just go over this. Let me see. Oops. But this is black. Oops. I'll just go back the right way. Okay, so let me stop video. Okay, let me start video. Okay, now I'm going to show you Live Trace. This is a butterfly that I got off of the internet that I put into Illustrator. And now we want to color it up. Okay, so the thing is, if you're using something that's already made, the easiest thing to do, and you can do this with actually hand drawing. So if you hand draw really well and you want to, you know, use one of your hand drawings, you can import it, you know, take a picture of it and put it up here, do the same thing. So what we're going to do is then go to object, image trace. Oops, I have to highlight it. Sorry, I didn't. Okay, we have to highlight what we're doing. Object, image trace, make and expand. Make sure you put that one down because just make won't make it, it won't let it work. Okay, so make and expand. Okay, now go to the paint, live paint bucket. Just get that out. It's underneath the shape builder, and it's like after the it looks like a push pin. It's right there. Live paint. Now go up to object and go to live paint make. Now you can go here and put this here. Let's see, I just want to make sure that this works. So live paint. Okay, it should work. Let's see. Yep. So let's get colors out. Let's go to window and we'll go down to swatches, or you can get a color book out, whatever you want. I'm gonna have to get colors because it's not showing because it's imported document. So let me see. I don't want those colors though. So then sometimes it changes to like these darker colors. So I'm going to go to color books and just pick any color book. And that way you can get a whole variety of colors. Okay, so maybe I'll take this one. Then, whoops, I don't want that. click on the live paint bucket. And now you can go here. And let's see, bright yellow. Remember, just make sure it's on the one area, otherwise you'll fill in all the other areas. Here, here, here. Maybe I'll do dark purple. Oops. And you can just, you know, even like on these little ones here, you can do it to everything. And if you wanted to change the background of the, you know, a butterfly from black to like another color, you can do that also. So you can just color it all in, picking the colors, making sure you're using the live paint bucket, and fill it all in. So this is what I want you to do for the butterfly. And put that in the Dropbox. But then the other thing that I want you to do is to take one of your garments and that you just hand sketched, go over it with a pen. It has to be gone over with pen. Take a picture of the garment, upload it, put on your desktop, and then open it here into Illustrator and do exact same steps that I did for this butterfly into your hand sketched garment. So you can see how it works with your hand sketching as well. And just make sure that when you're using the pen to, you know, sketch it out, that there's no gaps or anything, and that everything is one complete, you know, lines and stuff like that. Otherwise, it won't work. See how the butterfly is all like, you know, connected here? So it works. If you had a gap over here or something like that, then it won't fill in. Okay, so that's how you do live trace. And it's actually great if you draw really good, then you can actually do some, you know, of your croquis with the garment on it, and then easily go in and take one of the garments that you're making and with the same fabrics and the same colors and stick them in your hand sketch. So it looks really nice. Okay, let me just stop this for a sec. Let me share something else. Any questions so far on this? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually quite fun to do. So let me just go back to what we're doing. Okay. Okay, so I just put in here, this is the live garment trace. I just did a quick sketch of something that I put in, like really scratchy, quick, whatever, because just to show you how it works. And this works, this colors in. Sometimes people use this, don't use mine, make your own, but this just gives you an idea that, you know, yeah, it can be sloppy in here and quick and stuff like that, and it'll still color in and everything. But you see that if you have a little gap like this, it's okay. Any bigger than this is not going to be okay because we have the gap options on. So, you know, like there's a little gap right here, but try not to when you actually draw it, you know, the thing that you try not to make any gaps. It just makes your life easier if you don't have it to begin with. Okay, and then down here is the live trace garment, and below that is the drop box for the butterfly. So both of these are down here. Now let me go over how to make fur and how to use the effects. Okay, so we have stuff in here. Okay, I have to go back here. Sorry, I'm gonna save this later the correct way. Now I've just changed my sharing. Okay, so this is Okay, if you could see this. So if you go up here to effects, I just did this with the color green. This shows you like there's a whole bunch of things which we'll go through in a minute. Okay, that you can do. Okay, so this one right here, the Guafisan blur can make it look like, depending on the color, you know, that you use. Of course, green isn't really the color. Like maybe even if I went in here and change the color if I can. See how that can look like fur? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's not really a good color of fur, but you know, so that's, and I'll show you how to do that. This looks better as fur. Okay. Um, this is in there. It's effect rounded corners. So let's say you wanted to make your what do you call it? Color board or something like that with this type of a thing. You could do that, and then you can also change it to every color. So whatever color that you actually want, you know, you just make one of them and then use it and change all the colors. This is outer glow. You see the outer glow on the outside. This is scribble. So you have, it's the same as this, but it's just more, you know, with the scribble in it like that. It's better the green. Now, inner glow is where it glows on the inside of whatever you make. Feather, it kind of feathers the outside a little bit. Drop shadow is where you get this black part. A lot of times they use this for like your garments. So like when you make your like top or pant, then you add the drop shadow and it adds this little bit of a grayish thing, and you can control what it is on the side of the garment, which is kind of cool. And this is just nothing, just to show you, it started out nothing, and these adding in all of these things makes it all different. Okay, so let me just go down and let me just open up some files. Actually, let me see. Let me see if I can do this with this one and just put on a different thing where I can show you some stuff. So let me just copy this. Start off with this pant. What happened? Okay, so let's make this a little bigger so everybody can see it. So we want to do some things with this. All right, so this should be, all this should be bigger size, but let's just pretend it is. Let me go in here, just color up some stuff. Oh, why isn't it working? Okay, just do the body. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and this time I'm gonna pick I'm just gonna pick the whole garment. Now, if I go up here to effect, second, start the video. Okay, I'm gonna use effects on this garment and show you different things that you can do. So I highlighted the whole garment. I'm gonna go up here to effect. Then I'm going to distort, transform, transform. No, I'm not gonna do that with this. I'm gonna stylize. So if I do the stylize drop shadow, like I said, a box is gonna come up. So now you can do a preview so you can see what it'll look like. Okay, so right now you see there's just a little bit. Okay, and I think this is nice. I like this. It looks pretty good. You could play with normal multiply. I'm just going to see what normal looks like. Preview that one. I don't really see too much of a difference, but I'm gonna leave it on normal. I like this because you want, if you do the drop shadow, you want it to show just a little. You don't want it to be the focus. Okay. You can also change the color. You could do a like a dark gray or something if you wanted to, which of course I don't have. But let's say maybe like that color if I wanted to. I'd have to change it though. But then once you get what you want, say okay. So that gives the drop shadow. So it makes it look like it's a little 3D. So I'm just going to grab this again and all of it. Now go to effect and stylize. We got the drop shadow already. Feather I wouldn't do. Maybe inner glow. You want to see what an inner glow would look like. Again, press preview when you do these things so you can look and decide before you actually commit to it. Okay. I don't know what that is. The center, let me do center. Nope. No. Cancel that. That's no good for me. Okay. Now let's just, I'm going to grab this again and go to effect. I don't want to do this to this. Okay. Okay, stylize. This stuff this part, you don't want to do this for this. So, all right, so let me go down here to effect gallery. So this is what you could do is look at things and start with this one, what it would look like if you use some of these things. So what happens is it brings up this here, okay? And right over here, you can just look at stuff and not commit to it, and it'll change it. So right now, this is called colored pencil. And as you see, if you just go in here and play with these things, this gives like a little texture. Let's say you wanted texture on something. This has a texture, which is nice. So let me move this. See how the pant changes colors depending on what it is that, like this is original pant, but then when I change to other things, it might not be. And you can also look how this might look here. You have this thing right here, which I don't want. This one. This one gives like a little edge. This is like a rough edge. Depending on what you want for it, I don't want that, but it gives you an idea what it looks like. This one gives another type of texture. Okay. And this one's a sponge texture that you might want for something. Like if you did a camouflage and then you put this on top of it, that would look cool. This is underline, or I'm not sure. And then this one didn't really do anything. Let me see. Didn't do anything really. Then you go down on the list and you can just keep trying everything. If you look here, it changes stuff. Some of it you can see a lot. Sometimes some of it you cannot. This is doing the edges. This is edges again differently. If I go in here to distort one, I can see what it looks like when it's distorted or other. but it gives you some kind of cool looks that you can play with. Well, this is just, you know, black and white, but you can see what it would do to different things here. I'll go here. And bypass that to here. And that's also, this is kind of like a linen. This one actually here, it's water paper, but it looks like linen. Like if you're doing something in linen, this actually would be a good texture to use. It looks pretty good. So then the next one is stylized down here. Bring this here. Bring this up here. Didn't really do anything. And then last one is textures. So this one also has textures. So you can come here and look at different textures. This is like a waffle weave. This one could just be like, you know, maybe a two-tone look, you know, where the two colors come together. And then this one is kind of like a leather. You could use this as like a leather. This one is also like a waffle weave. This would be good for outerwear, you know, that they use for windbreakers and stuff. And this is just another one. And this one is like slubby and stuff. You know, this could be also used as linen or anything kind of you know, grainy type of fabrication. This one is more of like a linen, summer linen. This one's more of like a what is it called? I'm trying to think of the name. Kind of a gabardine type of a look. So you can pick one of these. And so let's say I'm going to pick this one. And I'm going to say, but no, I don't want I just want the texture. So let me pick this one and then just say, okay, let's see what it looks like. So now if you look here, you can see it's in the pant, you know, that we wanted. So I'm going to go right here and just look up at it closer. See, there's a texture right here, but you know, you can still see it far away too, but it can add some texture and some stuff into your garments. Is there any questions about effects? It's just really, you have to play with it to see what looks good on your garments or your fabrications, because you can make this into a swatch and use this also. Any questions?
I just noticed like around your waistband, the drop shadow went around the waistband since it's like a separate piece. I was wondering if that's fine.
Yeah, because when I did the drop shadow, I did the whole thing.
Yeah.
If I just wanted this part, I would just grab this part like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why. So if you grab the whole garment, it's going to go from here, top to bottom, all the way down to the bottom. But that's really kind of what you want, because it makes it look 3D. It makes it look like it's coming off the paper page.
Yeah, I was just like mentioning because around like the gathers, there's a little bit of a shadow at the gathers.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, it kind of does what it wants to, you know. It's not a science thing, so unfortunately, it's something you play with. And you know, if you don't like it, or like I said, you can make this like a light gray and just have it where it just shows a little bit. You could do that too.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else with any questions? But these are just some cool things up here that you can do. So in other words, like if I do let me show you the Guapa Simper file, new. I'll do some of the other ones where. So let's say you were like making I'm going to use a rounded, like a little fur at the end of, like a little fur at the end of, let's say a cuff, you know, or whatever, or like Santa's sleeve. Okay. So let's just do this. So let me put the color like this one here. Oops. And then while it's highlighted, you go to window and go to, oh, what am I doing? Not window, sorry, effects. Okay. Effect. You want Guapisan blur. What is it? Oh, maybe it's here. Guapisan blur. There it is. Use a Guapisan blur. And now you have this. So I'm just going to come up here a little closer. Oh, it's not going to let me now. But you can like go preview. Okay. And you can decide like how much of a blur you want. So if I just do a little blur and say okay, then I'm going to click off of it and I'll bring it up. See how it gives like a fur effect? And I originally had did a, whoops. And I originally did the black because so it kind of gives it an edge. You know, if I use the brown on brown, it kind of bleeds out and doesn't go well. But with the like the brown and brown on it, I mean with brown with a little bit of black. But if you're using like you want to do like a pink or something, you don't want to use the black. You want to use like a darker pink as your outline. So darker pink outline with the pink. That way it'll blend like this type of thing. But you can make a collar and do the same thing with the collar, cuffs, jacket. You can make a jacket that's all fuzzy like that, but it makes a good fur thing. And you can even add like a texture on this. So let's say you go back and highlight it and go in here to effect and texture. I think the one, I think it was this one. No, it wasn't this one. Here, I can go up here and look and just play with it first before I do anything. You could do like a little texture like that one. The grain one looks pretty good. I would say I would go with the grain and just say, okay. So this gives it a little something to see it. But then when you go back and it's like on the garment, you just have it like that. Again, you can also go back and change the color. So maybe I would make this one like a lighter now because I'm using this texture. And so you can use it lighter. So you can use a lot of these things and you can use different things on top of different things. So I use a Guapisan burr first, then I use the texture grain on top of that. So you can mix things up like that. Any questions on that? And then let me see, effect. It's just fun like to play with these things. Like maybe with the scribble. I'm just saying. But I didn't grab anything, so it doesn't really work. So let's say if I did the scribble in here and let's do, where do I go? I do a scribble. and preview. See, you can do some stuff to it like this also, and then you can change some things. This is for the outside, and this is for the inside. Because I do have that black, so I would probably take the black out because it's not showing here, but it's showing if I do other things to it. Oops. Curviness. So you can have even more there. That could look kind of like, you know, fur too, or something else. Let's see. Could do something like this to make it look furry. No. I'm doing too much stuff to it right now, so it's getting mad at me. And see, now that's what happens. You have to be really careful. It's actually good that this came up. I was doing too many things to it and doing it too quickly. So what you have to do, because on this page I did a whole bunch of stuff here and everything. So, you know, make sure you save your work, because let's say you did everything on a garment except for the fur, and you're doing the fur, the last thing. Save that before you do the fur. So if anything happens and you have to close it, and you'll lose everything. So just make sure you save your thing before you do effects. So that way nothing will happen to it. I'm just, there's variations here. So anyway, I'm just showing you different things that you can do, and I'll just put cancel because I don't want to do any of it. It doesn't even want to cancel out because it's mad at me for doing different things right now. See how it's twirling and stuff like that? You just have to be careful with that you don't do too many crazy things, because it does, is changing things, even though you might not see it's changing stuff. It's been changing stuff, but it didn't get time to actually look at it and see because I was too fast for it and it didn't like it. So even though I'm canceling it out, it still has to take some time. So let me just, for the moment, go there. Okay. So how is everybody? Did you get everything? So for this thing, really, we're just doing, I want you to watch the videos. I want you to do the live paint butterfly and a live paint of one of your garments that you're gonna just go around with either a thin marker or a pen and take a picture of it, put on your desktop, bring it in and color that up with live paint. All right, any questions? Okay guys, so you have the rest of the day to work on this actually you'll have like also Wednesday, so you'll have enough time to watch the videos, to play with all the effects, to start thinking about doing some of the effects on your garments and things like that. So any questions, let me know. We'll take a break. I'll come back on at 12:15. And if there's questions and you start to do stuff and you want to show me, then we'll go with it from there. All right?
Prophet.
Okay. Yeah?
Where did you get live paint?
Okay, the live, where do you get the live trace?
Yeah.
Oh, it's under object. Here, let me go back. Let me do this. I don't know how much I recorded and didn't record on this thing.